Anyone who's ever tried to learn Spanish has run headfirst into this wall. Ser versus estar. You have two different verbs for the simple English phrase to be. It can feel like a total puzzle, but you know what? Today, we're going to solve it.
So this is the big question, isn't it? In English, it's so straightforward. He is happy. The book is on the table. But in Spanish, that one little word is splits in two, and picking the wrong one can completely change what you're trying to say. It's a real game changer.
Okay, take a look at this. This example shows you exactly why this matters. Él es simpático means he's a nice guy. You know, that's just who he is. It's a permanent trait. But él está cansado means he's tired right now. It's a temporary state. Same English verb, but two totally different ideas in Spanish. So let's break these down one by one. First up, let's meet ser. The easiest way to think about ser is that it deals with the very essence of something, what it fundamentally is.
Here's the big idea. Ser is for things that are permanent, or at least long-term. It's all about essential qualities, the defining characteristics that make something, well, that thing. You can really think of it as the verb of identity.
So what falls under ser's umbrella? Well, it's all the big stuff. We're talking about your identity, like your job, where you're from, your nationality, your basic characteristics, what you look like, telling time and the date, and even who owns something or what it's made of. These are all core defining features. Here's a perfect example in action. Yo soy profesor. Being a teacher isn't just a mood I'm in today, it's my profession, my occupation. It's a core part of my identity, so, you guessed it, we use ser. And hey, this isn't just for people. It works for things, too. La casa es grande. The bigness of the house is one of its fundamental characteristics. It's not going to be small tomorrow, right? It just is big. That's a job for ser. All right, let's tackle the other half of this duo, estar. If ser is all about what you are, estar is all about how you are, or where you are at this very moment.
This is the complete flip side of the coin. Estar is the verb for all things temporary. We're talking states, conditions, locations, things that can and probably will change. It's not about who you are deep down, but about your situation right now.
And this is estar's turf. It generally answers two key questions, where and how. It tells you the location of something, it describes how someone is feeling, emotionally or physically, and it's also used for actions that are happening as we speak. Okay, this is a classic example. Madrid está en España. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, Madrid isn't moving anytime soon. That's pretty permanent. And you're right. But here's a hard and fast rule in Spanish. For location, no matter how permanent, you always use estar. Just gotta lock that one in. And of course, we have emotions. Estoy feliz. I'm happy right now, in this moment. But that might change in an hour. Who knows? Because it's a temporary emotional state and not a permanent part of my personality, we use estar. Okay, we've gone through all the theory. Now, it's time for the part you've been waiting for. This is the ultimate cheat code that makes remembering all of this so much easier. And here it is, two simple acronyms, doctor for ser and place for estar. Seriously, that's it. Doctor helps you remember what something is, those permanent qualities, and place helps you remember how or where something is, all the temporary stuff. This is your key. So let's break down doctor for ser. We've got D for description, O for occupation, C for characteristic, T for time, O for origin, and R for relation. Like saying, we are brothers. See? It neatly packages all those core identity uses we talked about into one easy word. And for estar, just remember place. That's P for position, L for location, A for a continuous action, C for condition, and E for emotion. This covers all those temporary states perfectly. If what you're trying to say fits into place, you need estar. Simple as that. Now, you know how it goes. Every great rule has that one tricky exception, and this one's important. We just said location always uses estar, right? Well, there's a little twist when you're talking about the location of an event. Check this out. La fiesta es en mi casa. Wait, why S? Isn't that a location?
Well, in Spanish, the location of an event is considered a defining characteristic of the event itself. The event, in its essence, is taking place at my house. So for events, and only for events, location uses ser.
All right, you've got the rules, you've got the cheat codes, and you even know the big exception. Now it's time to put it all together and test out your new skills. Okay, here we go. 4 sentences. For each one, you need to decide, is it ser or estar? Think back to DOCTR and place. Is it about what something is or about how or where it is? Go ahead and pause here if you need a moment to think it through.
Ready? Let's check the answers. Number 1 is estoy because being tired is a temporary condition, that's place. Number 2 is es because being a doctor is an occupation, that's doctor. 3 is está, remember location is always place. And 4 is somos because friendship is a relation, part of doctor. How'd you do?
So you see, ser and estar aren't just a random grammar rule. They're a whole different lens for viewing the world, making this really cool distinction between what's permanent and what's just for now. The puzzle is solved, so the only question left is, where will you go and who will you be?